Oh my, do we have some nice changes going on to my 2016 Ram G56 manual transmission Cummins. New tires are fitted, but that's not what we're talking about right now. We will cover that in just a second. Or in the next video, I mean. We are installed with a Diamondback cover. Oh, my wife locked this for some reason, so I can't open that. Well, I can here. See, I should have been more prepared. Look at these nice keys they give you with the Diamondback logo right in them. Very simply, as long as the little ring stays out of the way. There we go. All right, we are moving. This has a cool little jack strut. I really like this because you could still reach in. You could have your quickie items right here. Maybe it'd be a good spot for fire starting stuff. I don't know. We'll have to look into that. But a quickie grab spot. But you just simply pull down just a smidgen on there, and you just push. Was it down or up? Up. And it just got a little catch, just so if that thing was to ever open when you're driving, it's not up in the air turning into a huge air dam and ripping your thing off. I think that's what their intention was. It's got these nice little safety tethers which work really, really well. This is a couple hand operation. It's not like a kitchen drawer that is one hand close. You're going to need to be able to reach in. Now, I guess with one arm you could reach over, turn all the way, push down and go. So I guess you could say it's a one-handed operation. I would just say, keep in mind, if you ever got hurt in the backcountry, you're going to have to make concessions and make changes to figure out how to get yourself, home and packed up and whatever. So keep that in mind when you're doing stuff. I talk about that a lot on this channel, being safe, because sometimes the things that you do every day is not easy to do when you have one flipper. I have that unlocked. Hopefully this opens, yep, without dropping that. Excellent. We need to make just a couple little changes in here, but we're going to do it a later day. We are going, obviously we just got married. We went from fiance to married last 2 weeks now. So it's been 2 weeks of being married, right? Yep, 2 weeks of being married, and we are going to go see Falling in Reverse tonight. So, in Pine Knob. So I'm really excited for that. So we're kind of rushing to get this done. We still have a little bit of a mess going on here. This one is very, very easy to deal with and turn. Nice little gas-operated struts. Nice little tether. Now, I am 6'2", as many of you guys know. That'd be a little bit high if you were shorter, or if you had a big lift on your truck or whatever. Even if you're 6'2", once you lift one of these things, they just get really big. So that is something that you're going to have to keep in mind. We are installed. Let's just talk about the couple little things. I mentioned about putting the goo downward here. I ended up using a end wrench, a 916 end wrench, and a adjustable. The reason being, there's not enough room up there to get a ratcheting wrench, and because there's a little lip on the C channel, you can't use, you can see right there, you can't use a 9/16 with a ratcheting end. This support wrench has been around, and the check ball's shot. It's also a cheap wrench, just a Husky, no big deal. So that is the one little thing. Those are a little bit fiddly, but nothing you can't handle. I mean, it's about as annoying as changing a starter motor on an engine that you can actually get to the starter motor too. It's not as bad as one if you can't get to the starter motor very easily. It's fairly easy to do. I would say it just takes someone somewhat competent in installing anything to handle doing this. It is very rigid. It is very, very tight. I really like the design of it. It's very lightweight. It was easy for me to move. I am 1 week post-op and getting my gallbladder removed, and I was able to do this no problem at all. I feel great, not any pain. So, very well done on, the ease of installation. With the spacer rail right here, it gets this up level with here, and my dad keeps these Ram boxes a mess. But, nevertheless, so, a reminder that things don't just move with one hand. I got to get used to that, right? So, we have a Ram box, and it opens all the way. Very messy Ram box. What is so cool about this, I think, is we still have a work area up here, even having the topper. So if we had stuff up here, we could work with it right here. We could put a whole line of food right across the top, and we could be preparing boom, 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 or if we're working on cleaning a gun or whatever you might be doing, getting your hunting kit ready to go, this is going to be sweet. I'm super excited about this. I don't have the key in my pocket, evidently. Oh, it's right here. This truck, even though it's a tradesman, has the lights that come on, which is super duper handy. We'll show you this other Ram box. Ram boxes are sweet. This one has a hedge trimmer in it. It is amazing what a Ram box will gobble. And I think having this in conjunction with this, we're going to be in some absolutely rockin' shape. Now, we got a big box and a nice big pallet to contend with. We'll burn the box and keep the pallet. So that's going to be great. These type of clips turned out to be for, Ram must have changed up the aluminum extrusion, a black extrusion for later on. This is a 2016, and this one has the raw aluminum colored extrusion. So that's fine. Basically, all you need to have is they give you this, and I think that this is going to end up going on top of the tailgate. I'll take a look at that. You have to take off the glue strip or the sticky strip on that aluminum spacer right there. No big deal. And I was able to put that on by myself. The only real thing that it would be nice to have two persons would be nice to do this. She was able to easily pass me these two folding halves, and then up front there's a weather strip, and it was really nice to have help installing that little weather strip that goes right there. We gotta figure out, I think we need to push this thing slightly that way, and I'm almost thinking a little bit back to hit that a little bit better. So we're gonna move things around just a little bit, but I'm really excited about these really nice coated keys, so you know which ones they are. Hopefully I can get duplicates made. I don't think that's too crazy of a key pattern. They are really thick though, really. Sorry, doing a bad job filming. They are a very thick, heavy duty key. Very nice. So I am ridiculously happy. I've been wanting to get a Diamondback cover for the longest time, and I am so happy to have finally had that work out for me. This was a scratch and dent, or a scratch or whatever. There's like some overspray or foam stuff right there. Who cares? That's gonna all rub off with time. Supposedly there's some there too, whatever. I certainly don't think that I'm appalled in any way at the condition of this. I think that with a couple power washes and some use, I think we're gonna be good to go. I love that we now have a locked up cargo area, and duplicating that with the Ram boxes is just ridiculous. So I am super happy with the final conclusion of this. It wasn't that hard to install. I basically told you, these are pretty simple to slide in. You're just sliding those in. The little gas struts are, many of you guys have used a gas strut. That's not going to be a big deal for anybody. These are pretty intuitive. You're loosening up these little set screws and then moving the plungers out to fully engage into the Ram box rail right there, and then you're adjusting those little dealy bops, which are 7/16, and on a carriage bolt, so that's super easy to deal with. It's just really not that bad. I am very, very excited about this. We're going to see how we can have this thing match with us perfectly, but I think we are going to get decades of use out of this setup. I hope that I can keep this truck, safe from impacts or anything like that and whatnot, and we can have decades of fun camping, exploring in this truck, and I think that the Diamondback will be a big part of that. So thank you, Diamondback, and they don't know who I am. I'm not a big enough YouTuber to have that happen. Thank you, Diamondback, for making a good product. I've been watching you guys for a really long time, and I've wanted to try it. I had an opportunity to, and I think you guys can kind of see, or maybe I can elaborate for a second. I always wondered, could I just get a Diamondback cover and then take it on and off every time I wanted to do something different with it? And I would say you definitely could. The fiddling that goes on with these things, maybe you could make your own upper tool, like if you notched out a piece of steel that you could secure in place for each one of the bolts so you don't have to hold on to it, then it was less fiddly. Or if you notched out this aluminum channel so that you could actually run an adjustable onto those, or more better, a impact driver would be a lot faster. If you did that, you'd already have all this set up for yourselves. You just would have to basically set it back on top. And you could definitely take this thing on and off if that's what you want to do. If you're handy, if you're strong, if you had, that little bit of time to change around. It would be annoying to run this thing all during the week and then at 5:30 get out of work, get home, take it off, hitch up your gooseneck. I'm not sure, or fifth wheel or whatever. I'm not sure that this would be the best setup for someone who is regularly running a fifth wheel. I feel like it would be a giant pain in the butt. But a topper is generally for a very specific audience. And for what I'm doing right now, this is exactly what this is for. So they are supplying a product to someone who literally needs to have it. I wish that I could constitute having one for my truck too, because I just really, really like this setup. And I hate to say that having, this type of convenience would require another truck. So you had one kitted out this way, and then you had one kitted out open bed like. But I almost think that is kind of a more realistic solution as opposed to moving it back and forth. I just feel like the amount of fiddling that's going to happen, you're going to end up not doing it, and it's going to make you sell your fifth wheel, and you're going to go buy a conventional so that you don't have to deal with it. Is kind of what I'm thinking. I think I'm going to end up falling in love with it so much that this thing will never be off this truck, and I don't have any intention of taking it off. But very impressed, very easy to install. So we got it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the little bit of a video, and we're going to keep modifying this truck, and here's the Diamondback. No. See, trying to make a cool closing to a video, and I'm over here totally flubbing it by not having anything ready to close. That's okay, I'm learning. Take care all and have a great day.